Hey guys, today we're going to be sharing with you our Christmas book haul. So Christmas just passed, and of course we got a good little number of books here, so we're going to be sharing with you some of the books that we got this year. I guess I shall go first. Stephanie here got me these two books, which, let me see if I put them in the right order here. You said you actually got me 3 though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Stephanie got me this little series right here. She actually got me the 3rd book, but it hasn't come in the mail just yet. This is a trilogy of books that are like Robin Hood retellings of a sort. And the first one's called Night of Shadows, and then the second one's called The Red Hand. And do you even know what the 3rd book's called?
Nope.
You don't even know?
Oh, Hood? I swear it's just called The Hood.
Is it just called Hood? They're part of a series called Hunter of Sherwood by Tony Venables. And they're based off of the character Guy of Gisborne from the Robin Hood stories, and he typically is usually one of Robin Hood's foes. So I thought that was kind of cool. And these are like kind of like a more historical setting, I guess. And then they're taking place in England in the late 1100s. And yeah, the character of Guy of Gisborne, he's like a knight and an agent for Prince John. Oh my god, that sounds awesome. So yeah, these sound pretty cool. I've had these on my list for like forever, and I kind of forgot about them, so when I opened my package and Stephanie gave them to me, I was like, oh, I forgot about these books. So yeah, I do have a 3rd book in this series coming. It's just, you know how the mail system is around the holidays. Okay.
I think it's more like a Barnes & Noble thing.
Probably.
My first book is Erusha and the Tree of Wishes, and this is book 3 of the series. I believe these are these are part of the Rick Riordan Presents, the Percy Jackson guy. This is written by Roshani Chokshi. That's how we're gonna pronounce it.
Something like that.
But I believe that's just 3, because I believe all of them are just 3, aren't they? So, book number 3 in the series. And this series of books is based on Hindu mythology. So, good.
And you guys, the most nerdy book that anybody could give me, this is just perfect for me. It's this book right here. This is called Masterpiece, America's 50-Year-Old Love Affair with British Television Drama. Oh my god. And yeah, there's the Downton Abbey castle there, or Highclere Castle is what it historically is really. But yeah, it's the most nerdy thing you can get for someone who loves British television, you guys. And it's just a book talking about all things British TV. And there's pictures in here. Like right here, there's like Gillian Anderson over here who likes to do a lot of British stuff. And then you have Poldark. And then let's see. Little Kenneth Branagh. You always have to have Kenneth Branagh in your British dramas. Yeah, you got Rufus Sewell. You got Jenna Coleman. All sorts of people. So I'm excited to get to this, you guys. It's super nerdy, but I'm gonna love it.
Next, I have book 2 and 3. That's backwards, but oh well. This one's a Storm Runner series. This one's called The Firekeeper, and this one is called The Shadow Crosser. And these are written by J.C. Cervantes, and this one is based off of Aztec mythology.
Next up, I got a couple books of historical fiction here. This first book is The King's Rose by Alyssa M. Libby. And historical fiction, this is focused on the 5th wife of King Henry VIII, Catherine Howard. This is like a young adult book. I'm assuming you got this over in the YA section, I'm thinking.
No, it was in the grown people.
Oh, was it? Because I can swear I thought this was I can swear I thought this was a young adult book. Plus, yeah, just judging from this cover, it looks like a young adult book. And then the other book I got, this is Nemesis and the Swan by Lindsay K. Bandy, and this was just released this year or last year, sorry, in 2020. And yeah, this book was about a 19-year-old girl and she's living through the French Revolution. Yeah, I think there's a little bit more going on. Yeah, faced with looming war, the mystery of her family's past, and the man she loves. Near death, Helene will soon find out if doing one wrong thing will make everything right, or if it will simply push her closer to the guillotine. Oh my god. If this book ends and she gets her head guillotined, that's going to be a pretty bad ending. But yeah, I thought this was kind of a cool looking book. Yeah, and I thought the cover, I like the cover. The cover was just really, really pretty.
Next, I have From a Certain Point of View for The Empire Strikes Back. I believe it was last year or 2 years ago. They had one of these, but it was for A New Hope. And so this is the same type of book as 40 stories. Some of them are going to be about your main characters, like little side stories of what was going on. And then a lot of them are really about like random characters that were just in the movie for like a brief moment. I enjoyed the first one, so I'm sure this one will be better.
I got a Philippa Gregory book. This is Dark Tides. This is book 2 in the Fairmile trilogy. I haven't even started this trilogy yet, but I've been collecting the books because I really just want to get all of them and then binge them when they're done. But yeah, this one, I think my understanding is that this book takes place maybe a decade or two after the events of whatever happens in the first one. So yeah, I can't really give you a plot synopsis on this because I've not really, I've not read the first one just yet, so I'm not sure what happens. But yeah, they take place, I know these books take place in like the 1600s. Looks like under the reign of King Charles II in England. So yeah, I'm looking forward to these once the whole trilogy is out, you guys.
What's that, book 2?
Yeah, book 2.
My next and last set is a stack of Star Wars books. And these are like William Shakespeare retellings of all 9 movies. We'll show them cover by cover, I guess. Stacie will be my handy dandy book holder.
Basically, what these books are that Stephanie didn't tell you, it takes the scripts for all the Star Wars movies, and the scripts are just Shakespeare-fied, if you will. They're little comedy books because yeah, they're put out by Quirk Books, and Quirk Books tends to do quirky books.
And these are all by Ian Dozier. So we have The Phantom Menace, The Clone Army Attacketh, Tragedy of the Sith's Revenge. This one is for A New Hope. And down here it says Verily A New Hope. The Empire Striketh Back, The Jedi Doth Return, The Force Doth Awaken, Jedi the Last, and The Merry Rise of Skywalker.
That's my favorite cover. I like the cover on that one.
That's the best cover.
Yeah, all the covers are really cool.
Followed by General Grievous.
Yeah, all the covers are really cool, but yeah, what is The Merry Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah.
I like the cover on that one with Raylo. It fills our Raylo needs.
It does. Thank you, random weird Shakespeare books.
And then I have just 2 books left here. The first one I have here is A Bend in the Stars by who? Rachel Barenbaum, I think is how that's pronounced. And this one takes place in 1914 in the summer, and Russia's at war with Germany, and the Tsar's army tightens its grip on the local Jewish community, and siblings Miri and Vanya are facing the impossible decision to stay or flee. So yeah, this sounds really awesome. World War I, take place in Russia. The Germans are coming. Sounds awesome. And then Stephanie surprised me with this. I've never even heard of this book before. It's a comic from Marvel Comics, and this is Hawkeye and the Winter Soldier. Let me show you the cover. Hawkeye and the Winter Soldier. And then yeah, back here you have like Hawkeye, the Winter Soldier, and Natasha Romanoff. It's like a love triangle here or something. And essentially what has happened, spoiler alert, this I mean, is it a spoiler? You know, it's hard when it comes to Marvel Comics, it's hard to tell.
And I get confused because sometimes it feels like there's 10 different storylines.
Yeah.
And somebody's alive and then they're not alive in another
Yeah,
one.
but apparently Natasha Romanoff, aka Black Widow, she's dead. But like, this is the only book here. There's like no other books that go with this, I don't think. I mean, unless she died in some other particular series and this is just a spin-off from that series, I don't even know. But apparently Natasha Romanoff has died, and Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier, and Hawkeye, they got to team up to like essentially avenge the death of the Black Widow. So that sounds cool. And it says here, what did you say, Stephanie? It says up here, it says a title from classic Marvel history returns for a tale springing from the pages of Secret Empire.
Yeah, so I don't know. Let's see, because down here it says Collecting Tales of Suspense, 100 through 104. So that's why I said I don't get... Comics are very confusing to get into when you're not a avid comic person. It's hard to understand what comics are doing.
Because I always really like reading Marvel Comics, but yeah, it's so overwhelming and confusing, and yeah, you don't ever really quite know
because like I looked
where something is. You know?
I looked it up online because I was like, is there more? You know, because there's not nothing on the side that says 1.
Yeah, because it doesn't say anything like volume 1 down here.
I think that's it for them because then I believe there was one for like Iron Man.
Yeah.
But again, his didn't say number 1 or 2. It was the same thing of Tales of
but
Suspense.
They must all be they all must be coming from whatever the Secret Empire is, because then there's even a picture over here for something for Secret Empire. Looks like Captain America's gone evil or something. I don't know.
Is that a whole collective
of something? I don't know. Either way, I think it's just maybe a standalone. This will probably be really interesting. Because yeah, I like this trio here. I think this is a really cool trio with, you know, Black Widow and Hawkeye and the Winter Soldier. I like all those characters, so this should be a pretty interesting book. Yeah, I may not understand like the backstory of what you know what has transpired before this, but I think it can probably stand on its own, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I got that, and I was like, I hope this makes sense.
So is that it for our book haul? That is it for our Christmas book haul, you guys. In the comments below, what books did you guys get for the holiday season? Just let us know down below. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye, guys.